now. Plus, the latest options for Highway 69 in Crawford County are on display. KOAM News at 10 is next.
To buy a house or not? I'm Lonnie Walton. I spoke to an expert about how he feels when it comes to buying a house this time of year. Stick around, I have the details coming up.
Plus, KDOT invites the public to an open house to discuss the future of US 69 highway. And the community comes together to help Missouri Southern students dress to impress.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
There are several factors to consider when it comes to buying a home, and that includes time, money, and inflation. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Tanya Bach. KOAM's Lonnie Walton spoke with experts in Joplin and Pittsburgh on why they think buying a home is always a good idea.
Wow, it's been 7 years.
Win-Win is a Joplin resident. She says she's trying to sell her home to move closer to her daughter who's attending college.
I miss this house the mostly is the sunlight.
Even with some saying the inflation is really high these days, Brian Pink, real estate owner of Pink Homes, says it's always a good time to buy a home.
Real estate values double every 20 years. So it's always going to be cheaper to buy a house now than it will be later in life.
And not only that, Pink says Joplin is a good place to start buying.
Yeah, there's a good inventory in Joplin. As spring approaches, we hope to get some more inventory on the market for buyers.
As you can see, buying a home in Joplin's okay according to Mr. Pink, but what about Pittsburgh? Nicole Hamlin is the owner of Reese Nichols Sunflower Reality Group in Joplin and Pittsburgh. She says,
in our area, I think, compared to the East Coast and the West Coast, our market's a completely different market. And we don't see some of those major ups and downs that the East Coast and the West Coast sees.
And if that doesn't convince you, both Pink and Hamlin says there is plenty of help for home buyers anyway.
0% down loans that are really, really great loans for first-time home buyers.
FHA loan, a veteran's loan, conventional loan.
Win-Win says she wants this house gone
As soon as possible. Yeah.
Reporting in Joplin, I'm Lonnie Walton, KOAM News.
Now, Pink says first-time buyers should have an average of $5,000 saved and a credit score of 580 in order to buy a home. Well, Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty joins us now with a first look at weather.
Well, of course, another nice day for us today. Temperatures pretty good. Not the record highs that we saw yesterday, but 65. Pretty good. Well above our average high, 53. 81 was the record set back in 1996. We've cooled down. It's not bad. It's 49 in Joplin, 48 in Pittsburgh. You can see most of us mid to upper 40s to near 50 degrees. We'll tumble back upper 30s later on tonight. So 47 here shortly, 37 to start, but a rebound right back to 52 by 10 a.m. We've had some clouds, couple little sprinkles. All this is shifting off to our south, and our nice temperatures in general stick around. So 30s to start, but look at this, right back into low to mid 60s for highs on your Thursday, and then we really warm up as we go into Friday. So we're going to break all that down for you here in just a bit.
Well, changes are coming to Highway 69 in Crawford County. It's part of a discussion that started more than 2 decades ago. And today, members of the community gathered for the first of several Phase 2 input sessions. KOAM's Melissa Alexis has more on what was discussed and what plans could be in store for the highway.
KDOT is hosting their very first day out of several future meetings about the future of Highway 69. Members of the community came out to give their opinions on what they think could improve the highway.
To make my opinion known again today.
Bert Patrick is a Pittsburgh resident that attended KDOT's open house about Highway 69. One of the ideas he supports is keeping the existing corridor as is, rather than other possible pathways that would bypass Pittsburgh.
I believe that it has the greatest potential for both economic development and to bring residents to the city for activities or to reside here.
Today's open house was Phase 2 of KDOT's meetings. KDOT compiled ideas submitted by the public during Phase 1. Patrick says it's important that people make their voices heard about their community.
It's always important for citizens to be participants in the decision-making process. That's the lifeblood of a democracy.
The 18-mile stretch of Highway 69 that's under evaluation starts at the Crawford-Cherokee County line and goes up to just south of K-47. The KDOT district engineer says the goal of the meeting is to show the community possible ideas that have been drawn up for Highway 69 and to hear their feedback.
This is the first opportunity to look at potential projects that we think are looking at addressing those concerns that they brought up in phase 1 of the study.
All around the room in the meeting are boards with some potential ideas for ways to improve Highway 69. This particular board mentions adding turning lanes.
The ideas that we've come up with to improve the safety along the corridor and to improve the traffic flow, which were the two major items coming out of phase 1 of this study that the locals wanted us to address.
KDOT plans to present a list of potential projects for the community to vote on next fall. Reporting in Pittsburgh, Melissa Alexis, KOAM News.
Now, if you missed today's meetings, KDOT is hosting more open houses tomorrow at Sacred Heart Catholic Church in Frontenac and at Northeast High School in Arma. The Joplin Public Library is making reading and learning more accessible in a program called Adult Learners at the Library. Staff are those who are 18 or older with intellectual or learning disabilities. Now, the program has been at the library for nearly a year now, and staff says it gives people a place to be comfortable and welcomed.
I just love hanging out with everyone, just the joy, especially the more they come, the more comfortable they become at the library with new people. And it's just a fun place to hang out and be together, chill, and be ourselves.
Today's books of choice were Woohoo, You're Doing Great, and Wild About Us. Well, an estimated 10,000 garments were donated to this year's Dress to Impress event at Missouri Southern. Every year, organizers set up a temporary department store on campus where students can shop for professional dress wear. They can pick out things like slacks, blazers, dresses, and shoes, all for free. Volunteers from the community help students find the right sizes and give them advice on what's best to wear.
It always feels great to give back to the community, to help these young people get where they need to be in life and help them make some good decisions on making sure that they look the part when they go out searching for that first job after their education.
It's estimated more than 350 students found professional clothing at today's Dress to Impress. Since the event started more than a decade ago, organizers say they've helped more than 3,000 students prepare for their future. Well, area high school students got their motors running all the way to the 6th annual Automotive Skills Competition. Their story coming up. But first, the warmer weather we're enjoying means more motorcycles on the roads. Chris Bryant has what you need to remember when it comes to being safe, no matter how you travel.
Between 2019 and 2023, the state of Missouri saw 723 fatalities involving motorcycles across the state. In southwest Missouri, 170 of those were within the Missouri Department of Transportation's southwest region, which includes Springfield and a majority of the Ozarks.
During that same time period, Missouri saw 75 fatalities when it came to bicyclists across the state, with 15 of them in southwest Missouri.
If you're traveling the roads, you share the roads with these motorcyclists and the bicyclists. Driving down the road, being distracted, you're putting everybody's life in danger, not only the ones on two wheels, but the ones on four wheels as well.
The Missouri Department of Transportation says motorcycles have the same right-of-ways and privileges as any vehicle on the roadway. Allow for motorcyclists a full lane width. Do not share the lane. Missouri law requires all motorcycle riders under 26 years of age or anyone operating under an instruction permit to wear a DOT-compliant helmet.
People don't need a helmet until they need one. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. We all want to be free and feel the wind through our hair, but then some days, hey, that helmet's going to save your life. If something was bad to happen, it's there for your protection. So, what's it going to hurt? What's it going to hurt to put the helmet on?
Helmets can greatly increase your chances of surviving a crash on a motorcycle.
couple of studies out there that have looked at that, and one comes to mind that was done in 2017, but they demonstrated a risk reduction of about 60%.
When it comes to head trauma, it can be immediate or not noticed right away.
The initial blow may be pretty drastic, loss of consciousness. You may not. And they may develop signs and symptoms of concussion and post-concussive syndrome that, develop, hours to days later and persist for quite some time.
When it comes to injuries, they can range no matter who is at fault.
And unlike a vehicle, you're not protected. And once you separate from that bike, physics takes over. And if you hit your head, it can be a catastrophic injury, one that can result in significant disability, loss of motor function, loss of independence, or even up to and including death.
Well, helmet laws in our area vary from state to state. In Kansas and Oklahoma, motorcyclists under the age of 18 must wear a helmet. In Arkansas, bikers under the age of 21 must wear a helmet. And in Missouri, motorcyclists under the age of 26 must wear a helmet. Well, gearheads came to compete at the Crossland Technology Center in Pittsburgh today. The center hosted the 6th annual Automotive Skills Competition. High school students from across the region fought it out for prizes and scholarships, courtesy of the Pitt State Automotive Technology Program. Event organizers say the competition presents real-world skills for these students. A little later, Chanute FFA members go up for auction. We take you to the big sale.
Plus, our mild temperatures sticking around for at least a few more days. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it turned out to be a beautiful Wednesday once again for us today. Not quite as warm as what we had on Tuesday, but still pretty good day. Mid-60s for afternoon highs. Looking outside, here's a great shot. Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Indigo, just outside of Seneca, Missouri. Looks pretty good. We're going to have, we have some clouds right now, but the clouds will start to clear out as we go through the overnight hours. All right, record highs yesterday. Still today into the mid-60s. Average high is about 53, 54 degrees. So we've still been kind of well above that. 47 here shortly, 38 by morning. I think our low right around 37. Back to 52 by 10 a.m. Temps right now upper 40s to near 50 degrees. Will drop off about another 10 degrees or so later on tonight. We still have the clouds kind of skirting through. Few little sprinkles and showers, but these are all down to our south. We had a couple little sprinkles earlier. This is with a cold front, and that's why we were cooler today. It's not a strong cold front, but cooler today compared to what we had yesterday. Let's go out toward the west. Not a whole bunch really going on, so we don't have any big storm systems heading in as we go through the next few days, so it's going to stay pretty much on the quiet side. The winds are going to get going. So by tomorrow, we'll have northwesterly winds gusting 20 upwards to 25 at times. They switch out of the south as we go into Friday, and the winds really get moving. We're going to have gusts 40, maybe 42, 43 degrees. But in return, that's going to warm our temperatures up. All right, let's look at it. Clouds work out tonight. I'm going to stop at about 7 a.m. Upper 30s. Let's go to the noon hour. Temperatures right around 60. Let's go into the afternoon. High temps, here's 4 p.m. 62 in Nevada, 63 in Anderson, 62 in Miami, Chanute, about 64 degrees. Upper 30s to near 40 again tomorrow night. But look at Friday. We shoot all the way into the upper 60s, even some lower 70s out across Kansas into Oklahoma. So by Friday, it really starts to warm up. All right, day planner on Thursday, 38 starts, 60 by noon. High temp, 63 degrees. Let's go down the road. We already know, pretty quiet next couple days, but we do get a weak little wave. Rolls in late Sunday. It passes by. We get a little stronger storm system, which moves in by Tuesday. So those are our next couple systems we want to keep our eyes on. First off, I think most of Sunday is going to be dry, but Sunday evening, rain, or at least showers, start to sneak in until Monday morning. And then on Tuesday, we have a chance for showers even some thunderstorms as we get into Tuesday afternoon. So something to watch. 63 on your Thursday, 68 on Friday. Cooler Saturday, but not bad, 53 degrees. Let's go 56 on Sunday, some showers late, up to 70 by Tuesday, a few thunderstorms late, and then cooling down a bit late next week.
All right, well, you can't complain about that forecast.
No, overall, looks pretty good.
I've been enjoying this week so much.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Doug. Well, Chanute FFA members participate in their first labor auction. The newly chartered Chanute FFA Alumni and Supporters Chapter hosted tonight's event at Chanute High School. Now, attendees bid on projects made by Chanute FFA members in the silent auction portion. And for the labor auction, students donated their time to help on the winning bidder's farm, ranch, or business.
There is a table that we made, and that was, we got a wooden spool and then we stained the top of it and then welded a piece. We plasma cut some pieces out and then connected it to the top. And then there's also a post driver, and a lot of those are just projects students have done throughout the year, and some of those competed at Kansas State Fair.
Well, funds raised tonight will benefit students through the establishment of a senior scholarship program and will also support activities and opportunities for students in Chanute FFA. Well, still ahead, and New Heights boys basketball tries to punch its ticket to the district championship. And Pittsburgh State basketball host Washburn. John Dales has those stories and more up next in sports.
It's a busy time of year for high school athletics. Winter sports are getting into playoffs and state championships, and meanwhile, spring sports, they're just about to get started. And this afternoon, over at Pittsburgh High School, a couple of Purple Dragons signed national letters of intent to continue their academic and athletic careers at the next level. Both of them are staying here in the 4 states. Alicia Cousins signs with Pittsburgh State for track and field, and Haley Gray will join the NEO volleyball program.
Pitt State's a great school. I mean, their track and field program is incredible. The education there, it's great. So I think also staying home is something really special. I really fell in love with it the first day. So I think being able to do the next 4 years throwing javelin is something really incredible, and I'm really proud.
I can't talk enough about Coach Riggs. She has helped me tremendously. She has basically made me into the person I am today. And my teammates have been there for me since day one, especially this last year. We had a great season, so I can't thank them enough for that.
We're into the final week of the college basketball regular season, and Pittsburgh State plays its second to last home games of the year tonight, which are crucial for seeding in next week's MIAA tournament. 10th ranked Pitt State women's basketball back at home for the first time in a few weeks, taking on Washburn. Second quarter is where we pick it up. Gorillas lead by 6. Macy Mays left open in the corner, and the El Dorado Springs product drains the 3. Next time down the floor, Macy James attacks the hoop. She hits the layup. She would finish with 10 points off the bench. Right before halftime, great bounce pass from Corinna Gerber to Sydney Holmes. She gets fouled and the shot drops. Gorillas up 14 at the break. Third quarter, Grace Pyle driving to the paint. She turns around and scores off the glass and in. Then Pyle takes her defender off the dribble once again. She finishes tied for a team high with 24 points. Fourth quarter now, more great passing. Harper Schreiner to Hannah Nilgis to Gerber, who's wide open for the easy 2. Gorillas get back in the win column on their home floor, and they clinch at least a share of the regular season MIAA title.
This was our goal coming in, but it's really hard to do, especially in this league. So I'm just really proud of all my teammates. But you know, we're not done yet. We won it outright, so we're just going to focus on Saturday's game, and that's the most important thing right now.
Pitt State men's basketball trying to pull off a huge upset tonight. Gorillas are hosting Washburn, who's ranked number 4 in the nation. Ichabods land the first few punches, though. Opening possession, Braden Shorter left open from the top of the arc. He drains a 3. We'd hear more from him a couple minutes later. Shorter from the corner. That's good. Washburn takes a 7-point lead, but the Gorillas would respond. Jordan Freisen, reigning MIAA Player of the Week, knocks down a 3-pointer of his own. And then Freisen, here he is again, going isolation one-on-one. He pulls up from about 15 and gets the friendly bounce. That drops in. PSU pulls within 5 a few minutes before halftime. RJ Forney on a catch-and-shoot 3. That's good. Gorillas would hang tough with the 4th-ranked Ichabods, but come up short. Final score 71-61. Switching over to Missouri high school basketball, playoffs are already here, and by the end of the week, all our local teams will either have their season come to an end or advance to the next round as district champs. Tonight is the Class 3 District 12 boys semifinals over in Diamond. New Heights takes down Pierce City 55-46. The host school Diamond takes care of Miller 59-50. That sets up a battle between the Cougars and the Wildcats in the district championship on Friday night. Back to Pitt State women's basketball. You heard Macy Mays say how hard it is just to get here. And yeah, they had to win 15 games in a row just to clinch a share of the regular season title. If they win on Saturday, they're outright champs.
That's awesome. And obviously you'd want to be outright champs.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, they've had a wonderful season no matter what happens.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, John. That's a look at sports. We're back with more news after this. Right, final check of the forecast.
Yeah, it looks pretty good as we go through the next couple days. Temperatures for us tomorrow 63, and look at this on Friday. It's going to be windy, but we push 70. A little bit cooler for the weekend, but still pretty good. The rain on Sunday is not going to move in until mainly Sunday night.
All right, we'll enjoy another 70-degree day. Final sports note.
In pro basketball, the Oklahoma City Thunder win tonight 129-121 against the Nets in Brooklyn.
All right. Well, thank you for watching. We will see you Thursday. Have a great evening and an even better tomorrow.